So I was just waking up from a nap and scrolling through the phone, and I saw this news pop up from Dicebreaker. It says Warhammer RPG Maker announces new D&D 5th edition compatible system alongside tragic fantasy setting. Color me intrigued. I think this is a perfect example of the type of churn we're going to start to see. And I don't mean churn in a bad way, but the OGL controversy with Wizards of the Coast has created this scenario where there's a lot of churning happening. Lots of creative juices are flowing. The SRD being released into the public means that a lot of people are eyeballing that and coming up with creative solutions and new projects. And it looks like this is one of the first that's being announced as a byproduct of that. So it says here that the other highlight is Broken Weave will crowdfund in February and offers first hints at Cubicle 7's upcoming C7D20 system. So let's go ahead and read about this because I know nothing. I literally just found this in my news feed. I'm reporting this to everyone. And if you find this interesting, hopefully you'll like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon and follow along as we continue to report on tabletop news and all sorts of fun other stuff, video games and TV shows and book reviews and streams. It's complicated. More at the end on how you can support. But in the meantime, just know that we do lots of different things like cover tabletop news. So, Cubicle 7 is the publisher behind Warhammer Fantasy's RPG and Age of Sigmar Soulbound, and it looks like they're developing an upcoming tabletop RPG called Broken Weave. Now, this says it's going to contain an early look at their newly developed rules system, which is called C7D20. Announced, I guess, on January 27th, which was just a few days ago, the C7D20 system is compatible with D&D's 5th edition, or more importantly, and this is the distinction they make in the article with it, I think is important here, rather that system reference document 5.1 that Wizards of the Coast released under a Creative Commons license the very same day, which means for Cubicle 7's nascent license, while that remains an open question, creators can effectively reproduce the SRD's text as long as they attribute to Wizards, meaning D&D is no longer needed. So apparently the C7D20 system, being compatible with 5th edition tabletop material. It says here the company also publishes the Doctor Who role-playing game and Uncharted Journeys. Said it plans to release a core rulebook later this year that combines the SRD's foundational mechanics with their particular additions introduced through 5th edition compatible books, such as Doctors and Daleks and Adventures in Middle-earth. By the way, that Adventures in Middle-earth book is really good. My brother and I have at least looked at it and read through it. We haven't actually played anything in it, but it's very well done. Good stuff there. Um, Apparently, they're going to be crowdfunding Broken Weave on Kickstarter starting February 8th. Let's see here. It's described as a post-apocalyptic tragic fantasy setting that's compatible with both Core 5e and C7D20. And that's apparently, according to the article, the extent of what we know. There's only one piece of art out right now. Is that the piece of art here? Yes. Says here the knight's wearing a horned helmet, festooned with sashes, charms, ornamental colors. Accompanying rooms of a temple lights the background, handed a broken world, perhaps in the midst of immediate aftermath of wide-scale societal upheaval. The perfect framework for sad storytelling and swinging massive swords. Is that piece of art? Maybe I need to open up the other article. We'll take a look at that here in a second. They ended their announcement by saying it's also involved in discussions about open licensing, and we'll have more news on this as the situation develops, which I don't know if that means the ORC or something else. Be interesting to see. Dicebreakers apparently reached out to them for more information and will update the story accordingly. So I'll put the link down below. This is reported today, apparently. I don't know exactly when. No, yesterday. Sorry, I'm reading this on the 31st, and it was published on January 30th. So, Broken Weave. So that is the piece of art, right? But that's not the piece of art they describe in the. That's not a dude with a sash and broken ruins in the background. That's fighting some sort of creature. I'm trying to scroll real quick and see where I can find the announcement that showed the piece of art. No, that's not it either. Old gods. Alright, I don't know. But that's not the piece of art they mentioned. Trying to find out what that looks like. They're going to be kickstarting. Is it already on Kickstarter? Okay, so that's that piece of art in greater detail. Maybe that is the one they're talking about, but it looks different here. So So it's already got 1,144 people following it, so people are interested in it. Upcoming project, Cubicle 7 Games, Broken Weave, a post-apocalyptic tragic fantasy setting. I don't know. Like I said, color me intrigued for the moment. I don't know enough about it. I don't know about anything yet because I just found out about this. But at the very least, like I said, this is the interesting part of the churn that's coming out as a result of the OGL, and now being the SRD 5.1 being out there in the wild. We're going to see so many projects like this spin up over the next 6 months, I think. It's an exciting time to be involved in tabletop, ladies and gentlemen. So that's it for this news video. If you liked it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon. Support any way you can. We got memberships on the channel. There's super chats, super thanks. You can join our Patreon page back there, which is our tabletop world point and click adventure game and book series. There's also a Discord. Links are down there. See you next time, everybody. Stay safe and happy gaming.